Guess what? It's me, it's Heather, and it's time for another episode of Riven. I think this is the third one. Moiety? Gen sucks, yes. So, if you remember last time, we did the puzzle with all the little animals. Oh, my camera. I'm sorry, I had it over here for something, but it's supposed to be over here for this. The music, I will never get over it. Okay, we did the animal puzzle and this book came out, and we said we saved the game and we were gonna go there and find out what the deal was. So let's go there and find out what the deal is. I'm ready. Maybe. I don't remember. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull up a walkthrough. Soon. Not yet. Soon. So this was the box art. Past Heather, I'm gonna stop you for 1 second because editing Heather thought of a thing. I mentioned the box art, and I still have my Riven box somewhere. It made me wonder if I had any pictures of my room when I was younger, so you could see how I had like stuff set up. I did find a picture. My room is very busy. I don't know if it's. I mean, part of it might be like the whole aphantasia thing. And I've talked about that on other videos where like I can't picture stuff. I just like having a lot of stuff around to look at that people think that people. I mean, this is clutter, yes, but like people think like this other stuff is clutter, and to me, it's like a perfectly curated thing of everything I love. So my room was like that when I was younger. This picture is from 2004. I'll give you half of it first because we want to focus on one thing right here. Okay, so here's the ad that I was talking about from Rolling Stone, the Riven ad. I had it torn out for the magazine as well as I could, and then like put on the wall specifically next to each other perfectly so it lined up. This here is the poster from the comic. It came with the comics, and there's like the comic covers on it. This is a printout. I'll put the picture over here of a panel from the Mist comic of Sirius and Aknar. Star Wars figures, Zell from Final Fantasy VIII, my orgy poster. I had Christmas lights on my ceiling. Yeah, here's Chrono Cross, Star Wars. But okay, so we scoot over some. My face is gonna be blocked. And here, you can see my Mist shelf. Here's the Riven box. Here's my 3 novels, my hardcovers. This is 2 Riven strategy guides. This little thing right here, it's like the cardboard piece that came on the soundtrack that was like, ooh, the soundtrack to the sequel to Mist. And it's like, I don't know why I saw. And then here's the journal that came with it that you could write in that I like colored the cover in, and then like I tore some of the pages out and made like a little scroll. I don't know, dude. But yeah, so my box, I still have this box somewhere. But there's another tangent. Oh, wait, hold on. Bring it back. And here is my bulletin board where you can see another panel from the Mist comic right here. And then a bunch of pictures of my friends. Oh, and here's Sirius and Aknar right here, too. Yeah. Yep. All right. Back to me. Playing Riven. This thing that they're showing us right now was the box art. Hello. I'd like to go. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. This right here, box art. Oh. Hi. I couldn't go towards the thing. It was just a dock. I was like, I'll see what's behind me. Was that like an idol of Gen with like a bunch of daggers in it? Game over! Alright, that's it for Riven. I'm sorry if the lighting's weird too. Look at those birds. I had it kind of blue last time, I feel like. And then it would like cycle colors on its own. I think it's haunted. We have a haunted light, which is fine. I'm sure it's just a problem with the wiring or something, but so it'll be like blue and then suddenly it'll be purple, so my face will just change colors, which, you know what? Maybe that's fine. But there's one setting on here, because you can use this for like TikToks or whatever. There's one setting on here that's like, it's like flashing blue and red lights, like cop lights. So it's like, I don't want that to randomly come on and I'm just sitting here recording a game and then like, I don't know. Anyways, we're here. Here? In prison. Wait. Is that a window? Let's go look out our window. Hey, that's where we were! Cool. Hi. Ooh. I guess we live here now. There's all these little sounds going on. I don't know what to... Oh wait, there's movement over there. I can't point to it. There it goes. It was right here. Is someone coming over to see me, or... Was that just someone? Help! Hello? Hello? Hi, welcome to my house. Is this a housewarming party? Did she say Catherine? I love their outfits. Uh-huh. Thank you! That's my book! That's my trap book where they like, this is not a book we want. This is a piece of shit. What is this though? This is the trap book? Oh, that's the trap book. We're not touching that. Oh! Oh! This is Catherine's, I think. That's why probably why she said Catherine. I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. With my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil, which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang, and bars appeared. That's what happened to me, too. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's different, maybe because of the drug. There was a voice. A man I did not recognize stood before me, Rivenese, though he was wearing dunny dress. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in and I fell asleep. So the guy who found us when we were in the thing, what he was wearing was dunny dress. Because I think that's similar kind of to what Gen wears when you see him later. Then there were many voices, but I understood none of them, like hundreds of people whispering. I couldn't wake up. No matter, the dream did end. And now to be here with Eddie, it's been so many years. I didn't realize how much I missed her, like a piece of me that I'd forgotten I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. What is this? Hold on, let me read this one really quick. I write quickly from my prison. Okay. Nella will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Nice. Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you'll still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I'm released. Catherine, can you signal him before she's released? Like, are there bad endings in this game? See, I told you it's been like I have not played this one as much as I played Myst. So, but I did play this one more than the later ones, which I'm also excited to play. Take a drink every time I say I'm excited in the Myst games. I do wish he were more interested. It seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asks me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born of ignorance and oppression. They're a gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed, and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstood me, and I couldn't relate to them, but now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them in this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given this second chance. But a second chance of what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? Look at these cute little stick figures. The moiety. Atris would want me to chronicle all that I've learned. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gen on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants too. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gen at the fissure, where I linked back to Myst and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Do you remember the beginning of Myst where they show that crack and there's like a guy jumping in and he like disappears and the book falls and that's where I get the book? That's the Starfisher. That was that whole thing. So she linked away and then he jumped in and linked away. And then I found the book because the book ended up in my hand somehow. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won. That Gen was no god at all, but only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gen of his power, therefore Atris must be a true god. Oh, here we go. Oh no. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. The moiety, as they call themselves, were born a dissident society, sworn enemies of Gen. So that's the moiety, the ones that capture us. I did not know of their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Eddie was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe these things. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gen at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion, which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which has given them courage to band together and rebel against Gen. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to face them. Some believe that I'll overthrow Gen, others believe that I'll bring them to paradise. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight, it's crossed out, and it says myself. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they'll not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of caves that he still has not discovered. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they've not sacrificed vital limbs in order to remove the cancer. Even Father and someone are still on the surface in Gen's domains, and I long to see them. I can't read that. And I long to see them, but a dimness shrouds Eddie's face every time I mention them. Maybe I'll learn the name in the remake. Maybe. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one of Gen's constructions, or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the island's surface, and take this regalia very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they're properly attired. They get much pleasure out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by these costumes, calling them evil spirits or ghosts. It was during one of these expeditions that they fortuitously rescued me from one of Gen's guards when I first appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered again immediately. I've no doubt that he's now searching for me. Of course, I'm now aware that I was fooled. Atris is not here. I was at first devastated by this realization. Now I'm thankful. He would be in extreme peril here. Also, there's a quiet inner voice, an echoing remnant that wants him far away. I've just witnessed an age dying, grasping its last breath. Today I ventured to the surface to see what had become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They've become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kisses rot has fallen words will fall cold breath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt will suffer death. I'm sorry. That was supposed to sound better, but I'm bad at reading. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in the members of my family, who still live on the surface. But I also knew I must keep my identity hidden from Gen's ever-vigilant eyes. So I accepted it as well. Then together, we swam a short expanse and emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past weeks in the dark caves. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from our hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if awaiting my command. But I could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, all feeling was gone. There was numbness. That's the little jungle island. We did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst. Riven, which was once one island, has split apart into 5 distant pieces about half a mile apart. 4 of these have been claimed by Gen as his exclusive domain. His exclusive domain. Oh, only VIP allowed. Only his ministers and personal militia are ever allowed access to them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see 3 of these islands. They're stripped of their former beauty and are riddled with Gen's self-absorbed constructions. The moiety rarely visit these closely guarded places. There's another island which I could not see, as it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what exists on the island, except for the fact that they know it's where the great tree used to exist. The forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven, but they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. This island is where the village is, which has changed dramatically. It's also the one remaining province of the people, though Gen's influence can be seen everywhere. Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the island. The moiety do not. Gen wrote this place, and it will die, as all of Gen's ages eventually die. So, did Gen wrote Riven originally, so Atreus and Catherine are together because of him? I gotta go to the wiki. Hold on, I gotta go back to the wiki. It was the 5th age created by Gen. He considered it to be his first stable age, but like all of his other ages, it eventually began to deteriorate as a result. Now I gotta look up Dunny Mist. Do they actually write ages or just write linking to them? Casual player asks, how does linking books and ages work? First off, I'm on mobile exclusive format. I'm a casual Myst player. I tried Myst as a child, played Riven as a tween, completed Myst 3 as a teen, and replayed Myst, Riven, Myst 4 as a young adult. Okay. I still have questions. How do they work? What's the big difference between an age and a linking book? Can one link via an age book or just via a linking book? How come the book you use stays behind and the one you carry goes along with you? These are all good questions. The ages already exist. They're real worlds like our own, and time passes as you would expect. This is what Gen doesn't want to understand in Riven, as he pictures himself more as a god that has created the world. Okay, descriptive books, the big ones, establish the first link, and the smaller linking books provide links to specific places in the world. Descriptive books can be amended. This is why Atreus can't go to Riven himself, as he's trying to prevent Riven from breaking apart. Okay. Oh wait, someone asked, is it confirmed that they aren't creating the ages? I thought they could amend and change things within the age itself. Basically, when you're writing an object into existence in an age, you're altering the state of said object. Before Atreus wrote a boat into Stoneship, there was nothing in the descriptive book stating that the boat exists. But there was also nothing saying that it didn't exist. Oh, this is huge. What is this? Someone linked to a thing on an Uru site called the Watson letters. Watson, Richard Watson? Is that his name? Wow. Oh, I need to read this. There's like a huge book with all these questions and answers from stuff over the years. This is really cool. I'll link all these things in the whatever I'm talking about. The description. So yeah, this is Gen thinks he wrote Riven, but he didn't really write Riven. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. I live in a cave on a dying world inhabited by people that they're treating me so strangely. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still an outcast here. They whisper amongst themselves, talking of my bravery during my excursion to the surface. How I walked across the island, bold and unafraid. They don't know me. I love how she was an outcast as a child, and now she's a god and she's still an outcast. She can't fit in no matter what. Even Eddie's uncomfortable around me. At times, I love Catherine. At times there's no awkwardness and I'm only Katrin to her, but at other times I'm something else. I'm afraid. There's such a gaunt numbness inside me. Today I do not feel closeness with my people. Neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gen. I don't feel anything. I'm not even sure of, and that's crossed out, and it says at least Nella is still close. This is his little sigil. I'm boiling. Gen is making and writing books. I wish they had told me sooner. Atreus should have realized this would happen, of course. Gen would have written all of the materials necessary to the dunny craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he ever wrote. He's attempting to write his way out of here. We did not imprison him. We only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people are his machines. All something in his mad pursuit to become a god, to carry on his noble dunny cause. So far, he's not been able to produce a fully functional book. Surprise! Atreus has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much of a coincidence. They hang on my every word, though they do not understand them. I'm their hope, and now I have returned. I owe this to them. There's no choice. There's a little thing for the fisher. It's been a long time since my last entry. It is hard to recognize, but I've found the starfisher. It's located on the island which the Rivenese call Alapo, meaning water pool, but which is referred to by the moiety as Alatuan, meaning pool of stars. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Pool of stars. What a cool fucking term. Okay. Having once allowed Atris to escape this age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport, the combination of which was acquired by the moiety before my arrival. Bonk. Okay. In the early days, the moiety seeking an escape from Riven briefly pursued the idea of reopening the fissure. They discovered a small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain that with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. I've heard that in the days immediately following Gen's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atris's hands into that very same space. Yeah, jump down there again. To this end, he would have... Oh, hell no. To this end, he would have people, alleged transgressors of the law, thrown into it so he could observe their fate. The telescope, which still stands there, is one he had built for these callous experiments. It is said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears that the limits of Gen's optics prevented him from learning their fate. The starfield beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It's a space as hospitable to life as a flowing river. This is how Atris explained it after he'd fallen into it. But much more than that we've never understood, and we were never able to conclude upon its origins, but the visions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I still remember Atris's words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure, the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse, ... There must be some greater reason behind it. For me to find! I neglected to mention it earlier, the unique shape of one of the great daggers which appeared during our escape from Riven, the very dagger that stands vertically at one end of the Alatuan, is that two L's or like a, I can't tell what, has been adopted by the moiety as the symbol of their cause. It is a sacred symbol for them. It's the representation of all their doctrine and their representation of me. To deface this symbol is sacrilege. They have their own mythical explanation regarding its sudden origins. I haven't told them that I wrote it into this age, along with all the other daggers. So it is a symbol of her. She wrote it in. It's strange how such a young religion can be so unbending, even to their own god. I have tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols contain so much power. The enemy uses this against them. They are fearful of Gen's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the work, our friend. But they don't want to hear this from me. Perhaps my attempts have even caused some of the younger members of the moiety to doubt that I'm Catherine. Oh my god. The kids are like, you're not Catherine, you're a fake. Okay. My rare encounters with those who say they follow Gen have been discouraging. I've hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gen. Soon after we trapped Gen on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. This man. In the village circles, it is told that this was a punitive act performed by Gen to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they'll be delivered unto a new and better existence. Sure they will! I'll continue to try to reach them. The door's open, and Gen is free. Gen has the ability to create working books. In fact, he had written one age before I arrived, but has kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. I'm not sure. Perhaps he's written others. Other news. A few years ago, before the moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gen had intended to destroy. It had been partially written, but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. Back then, none of Gen's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of this Riven forest and proceeded to engineer him a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes to heal his book's inherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. At last, however, He finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he's using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Okay, one thing I love, like reading this book, I feel like the writing has gotten more like scrawly, like it's harder to read, and I like that because it looks like an actual journal. Perhaps he means to lure us into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal... Yeah. But he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. There is a possibility of, and cross that out, have read burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as new home for the moiety, must be modified. So, okay, so the book they stole from him was an age he wrote, but it was screwed up. So she fixed it, and now they live here, and there it is. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do think Gen will interfere. He'll leave the bait. Have begun writing the moiety's age. Now must acquire second book from Gen. There's tension. A strain blurs my vision and nightmares. Nella and Eddie stay close. Okay, so she got a second book and wrote this age in there fixed. There's the Starfisher and the dagger. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We've stolen another book, but I'm concerned. Gen will miss it. We've also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we've not discovered the method for powering them. How do you get in the domes? By powering our burnt book with Gen's domes, we'll be able to link to this age. But we'll only have access to the domes for a short time before we're discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gen's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they're not powered, the images are black. Is that black or bleak? Black. It might be possible to something the vision with only... Oh! Is that why there's like a screen kind of thing over the linking thing? There's like a border on it and like a thing on top of it? Will write substance into moiety age. All's ready. Now all we can do is wait for word from the Moideresque, who are on the lookout for Gen to power and use the domes. When he does that, we'll have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is open. It stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of their prophecy. But they're also fearful and tense. I don't know what they'll think or do if I fail. It's done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's still a dream. We've already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. It's beautiful and I'm pleased. At last my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They're happy. They've named it Te. There's still much to be done. We're not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven, but I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They'll be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake it must be done. I'm anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gen's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I feel that now we're impregnable. B? Is that a B? Yes. Tomorrow, I'll return to Riven to see Gen's reaction for myself, but tonight, I finally rest. Okay. Hello. I was reading. I'm sorry. I took a while to read. Oh my god, I've been recording for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Most of that was reading. Hey.
Ibuko mobuko wisipo. Na vene. Tapamo revene beno.
Oh, that's a little window.
Now, Katarina. Wisifa polo yai sepe yai.
Where's it gonna take me to? Can I, like, come out and say hi to everyone? No? Hi! Hey. Hey. No? Okay. Alright. That's fine, I get it. Back to the animal room! Yeah, this little window. Okay, so we have the book now to trap Get. Okay. We've been a jungle, plateau, crater. The first one, temple. I feel like there's one more I'm missing. Okay. I did everything in the submarine. We've done the animal puzzle. I'm not sure where to go. I guess we could go back to... We didn't finish looking at the place with... Not that. Do you think I remember how to get back there? Because I don't. I didn't finish messing with the stuff on this island. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna try to figure it out. We'll probably get a walkthrough, but we'll try to figure it out. So, okay, I did the... Now, if I switch this, will I not be able to go back up there? Actually, you know what? I don't think I ever opened this hatch. How did I get up there last time? Do we remember? Because I don't. Let me go open that. Because I got distracted by going in his, like, laboratory or whatever that was. This. Can I open this? So I can get up, down, up? Okay. Now can I look over... That goes there, that goes there. I don't think I need that. What does this bottom one go to? Like, we shouldn't need to go through the boiler anymore. It goes, like, up there somewhere. Does it go in here? Is it this thing? Is it this thing to catch frogs or whatever you do? Yeah, this is where he gets the frogs for his little pipe juice or whatever. I closed it. It should be open. Oh, wait, it is open. I was looking at a walkthrough and the noise. Did we catch a froggy? I want a pet. I want a pet! I just want a pet! Will you be my friend? Hi! Oh, you're so cute! You can go back down. I'm not taking you. You're adorable. Look at you! Jump back in the water. Right? That's supposed to give you the frog noise. But we saw the frog shape, so... But he's so cute. Aw. Okay. Okay, so we know that goes there. Where... What was back here again? Come on. Oh, that's right. The fucking dome is down here, but there's like a creepy... Where is that? Like, how do I get to that little eyeball? We're gonna go here. We're gonna... No. No. Oh. I need to call it back. Shit! That's what the button's for, stupid! Even I remember I was like, is this button to call the maglev? Yes, it's to call the freaking maglev. Is it this button? Is that the one to call this one? Yes. This puzzle specifically has something to do with like, hold on, which side was which? Let me get back up to the... Okay, so. This little mappy thing we found when we got on a sort of tangent or whatever and came over here. This, where's the other part of this? Isn't there another part of this? You're open now. You're open now. Yeah. You have to pick where the dome is. The dome on each thing. Because I remember this driving me up the wall. But do you think I remember where the domes are now? Oh my. Like on the island. This is Jungle Island, I'm assuming, because it has a big lake in the middle. The dome on that one is in the forest. I need like a map. It's like I need the thing somehow. Oh, I can do that. Oh, that's it right there. How the hell am I gonna mark these? Okay. Where's my pen? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4 over and 2 down. Okay, jungle. Back off. Next. Hey. Oh, that's the one we're on, I think. There's the dome right there. So this is in... And this one's plateau. And then I think we need these for like another thing. Which one is that? I don't remember the island shapes. Is that Crater Island? Is this a big crater? Okay, that's Crater Island. And it's in a thing with a thing. So that's 4. Oh, that's 4. 4 crater. Remember one of the other episodes we wrote down the colors for like each eyeball symbol? Those I think are gonna go with these. And it's gonna be whatever symbol's on the dome is that island symbol plus that color. And we're gonna be using that. But I gotta get these first because I gotta know where the dome is. So, okay, Crater Island. The other one, jungle, is Temple Island. The other big one. This one. And the last one, is it Prison Island? I've never been to Prison Island. Whoa, there's the temple. That one's just out. Yeah. So temple is hope prison. Keep your fingers crossed that prison is only one thing. So I'm assuming it's just a dome. Ah, it's over there. Okay. So okay. 1, 2. We have 6 colors though. Well, red's probably just, although wouldn't red be, where do these go? The dome is right there. And that's the way to see the dome. Okay. So, we know jungle. Jungle is red. Maybe. Now where's the puzzle to use these? I can picture a grid that I have to put marbles on, but I don't remember. I think it's on this island. Wait, maybe it's in the temple. Okay, we're gonna go back to here. And then back to temple from here. Which I should be able to do. Alright, temple. Temple Island. Temple, we're here. Here. Is it here? Is it there? No, I can't get over there. Where the hell is the puzzle? Those are the islands. Is it like a bridge I need to do? Oh, fuck. Wait. What is... No, that's what I did when I got here. Put that back down! Then I turn the wheel to do the thing. I need to get up there. It's up there, isn't it? Okay. Everything's fine. I will lose my marbles. I need the bridge from the original thing to be raised so I can go up it when I come out this way. But I don't remember how to raise the bridge back up, and it's pissing me off. So, looking back at a walkthrough, those two things I've flipped down here made it so that these were powered. See, I can't put the bridge back up because I unflipped those switches. So we're gonna flip those switches again just to leave them flipped. Because you're just supposed to have them flipped. This powers this bridge, so you can lift it up and down. The other one, I don't know yet, but let's flip it again. Let's leave it like that, because that probably means that bridge is powered. That means we need to find out how to make it go up. How the fuck do you make that bridge go up? Everything's fine. Wait. This was not here before. Because remember I tried... Remember I came over here and looked at that and I was like, how do I lift up the thing in the thing if the button, there's no button there? But now there's a button here. This is how you get to the dome! Okay! I want it on the one it needs to be on. Did I stop it? Do I have to stop all these? Okay. I can stop it? What symbol was this? Shit. What symbol was that? I'm sorry. What the fuck? Was that this one? I think it was the open eye, right? Temple. So that's green. Jungle's red. Okay. This isn't gonna start spinning again, right? No. Oh no, I need to be on that! Let me on. I was stupid, didn't get on. Everything's fine. Okay. So do I need to go open all of the domes? Should have been paying attention to that. Bridge. 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 There needs to be a lever for that bridge. Perhaps I should go open all the domes first. Oh my god, I need to stop recording this video. You know what? I'm gonna keep going a little bit because I read for so long. Catherine's journal was very long. Like, I love you, Catherine, but oh my gosh, you wrote forever. I get it. We needed to learn all that stuff, but I'm just saying, that was a long time. Okay. Here... the dome is... in here. Can I... The dome is in here. That's how you get back to the little thingy. I was like, it's right in there. How do you get in the rock? That's how you get in the rock. Okay. Okay, this one's like the shut. Click it till it happens. Click it till it happens. Okay, I did it. That's... What the hell color is that? Oh, that one's broken. What island is this? Crater? Did you shut the door again? I'm gonna scream. Stop. Shutting the door. Again? Again, or one of your little cronies? I need you to stop shutting the door. Jungle Island, let's go. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, so I need to go into the work to go upstairs, and the work is this way. And the thing is over here? No, the thing is over here, there, here, there, there. Okay. Wait, I know jungle. What am I doing? I do need to stop it though. Do I have it right? Yeah. You're gonna stop on the one that I want. Okay, so that's jungle. I'm sorry. I know the Mist playthrough was more like... Oh, they even make the symbol, kind of. That's cool. They're like an eye when it opens. This is like the little open, the little like slit part of the eye. I know the Mist playthrough was way more structured, and this one is not. But what island am I missing? Plateau. Do you think I remember how to get to there? No. I'll get there one day. Speedrunning opening domes! Oh shit, this one's broken. Well, you're either blue, orange, or yellow. Okay, I'm gonna go back now. Watch, there's a way to like use the linking books right now between islands, and I'm sitting here doing this. Okay, I need to find a fucking lever. The other lever, I thought I looked and I didn't see one. Was it this bridge? It's this bridge, right? Okay, let me check the walkthrough and see if I can find things. Return to the elevator and back to the gold dome. I'm back to the gold dome. Here I am. I am in the gold dome. Once up the stairs, there will be a path to the right, which is a bridge back to the rotating room on Temple Island. Do not cross this bridge. Okay. Everything's fine! Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It was fucking right there the whole time. I know you guys saw it. I know you guys saw it. You were like, oh my god, Heather walked right by the fucking lever. Okay. We're all good. I'm gonna get up to that puzzle and I'm gonna stop this video. I've been recording for an hour and a half. An hour and a half. So yeah. That's it for the third part of Riven. Sorry it was a lot of reading. Although it was interesting reading. It was still reading. And a lot of me running around being a dumbass. But yes. There you are, you piece of shit. I don't know if I need you to do that yet. Stop. Okay. There we go. Okay. Balls. Fireballs. So yeah, I hope you're I hope you're having a great everything, and I will see you in whatever the next video is. Bye.